Good morning. My name is Mary Kay Worth, and this is entry 78 of my mother's journals, Lavender Fields. I have an object lesson today. It's kind of interesting because old school, and I've already used it once this week, but it's like a stapler without a stapler. You just fold the corner like this. You fold it right over like this, and you rip it if you're strong enough. Oh, there it goes. And you rip it, and then you fold that rip like that. And see, now these 3 pages are like they're stapled together. We have a stapler too, and it can staple things together. If I don't have my stapler with me, I use the old-fashioned method. See, sometimes we have a newer invention, but sometimes we have the older invention. Both of them work. You just have to decide, old or newer, or do you need it at all? Let's read. This is my mother's oldest stepbrother, Bob Warner. And it's going to be just 1 page for all 4 of his kids. Bob and Carolyn had 4 children. Cindy was their first child. She was about 7 when they lived in a house on Brooklyn Street with her siblings. I used to babysit for them. Later, Bob bought a house on Main Street across from the Park and Shop. He worked at Ethan Allen in Eldred. He was their president for years. Cindy graduated and lived with her parents, now on Maple Avenue. Jackie was the second child to be born. She graduated and met her husband-to-be. They moved to Ohio and joined a church. She called me and wanted me to come to Ohio and go to church with them. One weekend, Jim and I and Nancy and Jim went to see them. The church service was very different. We went home and were thankful for our own United Methodist Church. The third child was Sandy. She was a very happy little girl. She grew up and went to college. She moved to Rochester and got married. They had several children. The marriage didn't last, and Sandy raised her children alone. We weren't very close. Bob Jr. was the only boy. His father doted on him. Bob Jr. looks like his father. He graduated the same year that Michael and Brad graduated. They all celebrated together at Jim and Nancy's home on Riley Road. In his marriage, he had a little girl. Life changed for him, and Bob is still with us in his own battle with cancer. He is a wonderful grandfather, and he loves being a grandfather. That's entry 78 of my mom's journals. Next part of my reading, we'll just go back to her writing and reflecting because she's gotten through all of her grandchildren. No, nieces and nephews. That's the right word. Okay. Love you. Bye-bye.